Hey guys, so if you're anything like me and you've been out in the field with your camera and say you forgot the memory card or the battery or something like that, well, I think I've come up with a solution to that problem based off my sister buying herself a GoPro Hero 7 Black before she went traveling, and I came up with variations on this, the little action camera storage box that really works with any brand. So let's dive into it. So as I said, the basis of this project was my sister buying herself a GoPro Hero 7 Black before she went traveling. And I had said, hey, if you buy the camera, I'll 3D print you a little case. And in a video that never got released, I ended up coming up with a simple little housing that held the camera inside of its little silicone case with the lanyard, 2 batteries, and room for a couple of extra small items to be thrown in there. And the beauty of this is with the lid on, it keeps the camera protected, so you can have it inside of a backpack, inside of a bag, anything like that, and it's not going to turn the camera on or get damaged. Now, sure, if a car ran over it, it's not going to protect it, but just general, daily stuff, it works fine. Because I've had times where I've had a camera just floating around in a backpack and the power button gets tripped, and all of a sudden you got to pull it out and oops, your battery's dead, or thankfully it hasn't happened, but you could get unlucky enough and have your lens get scratched or something like that. So originally I designed up a box to hold the little knockoff cameras that I would use for my time lapses, and I designed them so that way you had storage for 2 spare batteries plus 1 in the camera, so you had 3 batteries, and also room for 2 micro SD adapters that make them a standard size SD card, as those are easier to transport around. The nice thing is though, with the opening, you can still store a couple of regular SD cards if you want to, or things like that. Now, this was nice, but then I decided, you know what? I have 2 standard GoPros. Let me make up a case for those as well. So this is nice because I can store the 2 spare batteries that I have, the GoPro itself, and the 2 SD cards as well, plus 1 in the camera, so you really maximize your ability. The other thing that I did is I designed this box because of the configuration of the batteries with their pull tabs. It has an opening in the bottom, so if you really wanted to store an extra thing in there, like maybe a note saying, if found, please return to, or whatever, you can do that. The main idea was it just sped up the printing process versus having infill there, and if you wanted to put something in there, you could. Now, all of these, except for the original, were printed in 3D Solutech's Flex on my Artillery 3D Sidewinder X1, and it's a good material. I like it over the NGen Flex only because it's got better printing properties. The only drawbacks to NGen Flex are it has this annoying smell when you print with it, and if your bed surface is not build tack and or perfectly clean, it is prone to warping. This stuff printed just fine on PEI. It almost stuck a little too well, so I'd recommend having, say, some glue stick on there or something like that, but it works very nice. Now, the other nice thing is the lids for these. These were just printed in ABS really quick, and they're nice because when they go on, they literally snap in place. So it's not coming out. Provides a good crush-proof surface as well. Like I said, if you ran over with a car, it would definitely break, but just in general, it works good. Now you could always come along and say, put a logo on there, put your information, put camera number, something like that. You can totally do that as well, but the whole point behind this is just to come up with a simple 3D printed solution to storing my cameras for both in the field and for at home. Now, if you guys are interested in making your own, I will have links in the description to where you can purchase the files for the cameras that I have come up with cases for, and if you really want to make your own, you can very easily jump into the favorite design program of your choice, in my case, Fusion 360. Take some measurements of the camera that you have and go from there. Now, when you're printing with Flex, obviously different machines handle it differently, so I can't really help you in that department, but definitely get a more rigid flexible material versus a more flexible one, as you kind of want it to have some strength And the reason why I'm using the Flex is it just has a little bit of give to make it easier to pull things in and out. Hope you guys found this episode interesting, and if you did, please leave a comment. If you have any good suggestions for other 3D printed camera accessories, let me know, because obviously I've done some stuff like my 3D printed camera rig or my 3D printed belt Tascam holder. I'm always trying to think of unique and new ways to incorporate 3D printing into making my filming life easier, especially when I'm on the road like I am now with the show. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and see you later here on Make It With Calvin.